Welcome aboard. Whether you're already navigating the high seas or dreaming of your first voyage, there are a few essential skills that every successful seafarer needs to master. Out here, respect is earned the hard way, one wave at a time. Today, we're counting down the top 5 skills that'll keep you prepared, confident, and thriving, no matter what the ocean throws your way. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of what it takes to not only survive, but thrive at sea. It's not always pretty, and it's definitely not for everyone. But if you've got the guts and the grit, there's nothing quite like it. Let's start with number 1, navigation basics. The ocean is vast, and with no visible roads or signs, understanding how to navigate is absolutely crucial. Knowing your way around out here is about more than just getting from point A to point B. It's about respect. Respect for the water, respect for your vessel, and respect for your own hide. Whether it's following a course, using a nautical chart, using a GPS, or relying on radar, knowing where you are and where you're headed is a core seafarer skill. It's like knowing how to read, but instead of words, you're deciphering currents, tides, and weather patterns. One minute, you're cruising with a gentle breeze. The next, you're battling a squall that popped up out of nowhere. That's why mastering the fundamentals of navigation is non-negotiable. You need to know how to plot a course, take bearings, and understand the language of buoys, lights, and sound signals. Electronics fail, batteries die. That's when your ability to read a chart and use a compass becomes your lifeline. It's the difference between finding your way back to port and becoming another cautionary tale whispered by salty dogs in waterfront taverns. So, do yourself a favor and learn this stuff like your life depends on it, because out here, it just might. Moving on to number 2, emergency response. Emergencies at sea, whether it's a fire, man overboard, or flooding, can escalate quickly. You have to be prepared to respond instantly and correctly. There's no 911 out here, folks. You are the first responder. You need to know how to fight fires, plug leaks, send distress signals, and administer first aid. Think about that for a second. You're miles from land. The wind is howling, waves are crashing, and your buddy is injured. Are you the guy who panics, or the guy who steps up and takes charge? Regular safety drills are a matter of life and death. Know your role in an emergency, like the back of your hand. Fire? Grab a hose, not a life jacket. Man overboard, keep your eyes on them and point. Every second counts with Mother Nature. Know what to do, when to do it, and do it without hesitation. Use survival equipment, practice rescue techniques, and stay calm under pressure. Your training and instincts will see you through. Pay attention during safety briefings. Your life and the lives of your shipmates depend on it. Number 3 on the list is communication. At sea, communication is everything. On a ship, clear and concise communication can be the difference between smooth operations and a disaster. Think about it. You're working in close quarters, often with people from different cultures and backgrounds. Misunderstandings can happen easily, and out here they can have serious consequences. Now, I'm not just talking about knowing your starboard from your port. I'm talking about mastering maritime jargon, understanding radio protocols, and being able to clearly convey critical information in high-pressure situations. When the engine room is flooding or a rogue wave is bearing down, you don't have time for misinterpretations or awkward silences. You need to be able to get your point across quickly, clearly, and effectively. That means knowing your phonetic alphabet, understanding semaphore and flag signals, and being able to communicate with hand gestures if all else fails. Remember, the ocean doesn't speak English or Spanish or Mandarin. It speaks the language of wind, waves, and weather patterns. And it's up to you to bridge the gap, to make sure your message is received loud and clear. Being a good communicator at sea also means being a good listener. Because out here, clear communication can be the difference between a successful voyage and a maritime misadventure. Next up is technical knowledge. Ships are essentially floating cities with complicated machinery. From engines to electrical systems, knowing the basics of how things work and what to do when they don't is crucial. Look, you don't need to be a mechanical engineer, but you do need to have a basic understanding of the systems that keep a ship running. Think about it. You're miles from land, a storm is brewing, and the engine starts sputtering. Are you the guy who stands there scratching his head? Or are you the guy who grabs a wrench and starts troubleshooting? Knowing how to handle basic maintenance, identify potential problems, and even make temporary repairs can mean the difference between a minor inconvenience and a major catastrophe. Familiarize yourself with the engine room, learn the names of the different parts, and understand how they work together. Know how to check fluid levels, change filters, and bleed the hydraulics. The more you know about your ship, the more confident you'll be in your ability to keep her running smoothly. Because out here, a little technical knowledge can be the difference between riding the waves and being swallowed by them. Finally, number 5 is all about teamwork and leadership. Life at sea isn't just about knowing your own job, it's about working together as a cohesive unit. Out here, you're part of something bigger than yourself. You're relying on the people around you, and they're relying on you. Whether you're hauling lines, scrubbing decks, or navigating through a storm, every task requires teamwork and a willingness to pull your weight. Think of it like a well-oiled machine. Each cog, each gear, each part has a specific function, and they all need to work together seamlessly for the machine to operate. That's a ship in a nutshell. And just like any good team, a ship needs leaders. Now, leadership isn't about barking orders or throwing your weight around. It's about earning the respect of your shipmates through hard work, dedication, and a willingness to put the needs of the crew above your own. It's about leading by example, being willing to lend a hand, and always having your shipmates' backs. Because out here, you're not just shipmates, you're family. Because out here, teamwork isn't just a suggestion, it's a matter of survival. Mastering these 5 essential skills, navigation, emergency response, communication, technical knowledge, and teamwork, will set you up for success in your seafaring career. It's a tough job, but with the right skills, you'll be ready for anything the ocean throws your way. Remember, the sea is a harsh mistress. She demands respect, hard work, and a healthy dose of humility. But for those willing to put in the effort, she offers rewards like no other. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on mastering life at sea. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring.